AI is the future of technology. आज के टाइम में हर जगह पे AI है. Hello everyone, welcome to the podcast session of My Startup Yatra. My name is Puranjay Sahu and I'm welcoming you to the podcast. आज टेक्स्ट से लेके इमेज तक, सेल फोन से लेके एनवायरनमेंट तक, हर जगह पे AI है. आज के जो हमारे गेस्ट हैं वो लीगल एंड टैक्सेशन के फील्ड में बहुत ही बेहतरीन तरीके से जेन AI को इंटीग्रेट किए हैं. Let's welcome the founder of KonProz, Mr. Shiladitya Dash. Hello viewers, so we have Shiladitya with us. Hello Shiladitya, welcome
Hello.
to our podcast. How are you Shiladitya?
Good.
So Shiladitya, we have learned a lot about you and studied a lot about you in the internet. So when I come to know about you, I've studied few things. So why don't you tell your life, your early life to our viewers?
By early life, you mean from my school days?
Yeah, from school days.
Okay. So I'm a native of Odisha. I was born in Guwahati, and most of my schooling was in Hyderabad. Till my 10th, I was studying in Hyderabad. And for my intermediate, I came back to Bhubaneswar. I did my plus two here, and then I studied law in ILS Law College, Pune. My 5 years law was completed in 2012 when I started working with PricewaterhouseCoopers in Mumbai. I worked with them for a couple of years. Then I moved to Delhi. I worked with KPMG there. Then I finally moved to Cyril Amachan Mangaldas, a law firm in Delhi itself, and worked with them for around 6 years. That's when I realized that I would want to do something for myself where I work on I work on something that is very similar to the subject that I've studied, that is law. But at the same time, since it was the era of technology and the generative AI had become democratized, so I felt that I should do something where I have generative AI and then also have law. So that's when I went ahead and took the plunge and came back to Odisha and started my startup, KonProz.
That's really wonderful. पैदा गुवाहाटी में हुए, उड़ीसा के इंसान बाहर जाके पढ़े. अगर शिलादित्य को पूछूं तो 3 लाइन अपने बारे में कुछ ऐसा बताए कि जो शिलादित्य को डिफाइन करता हो, तो क्या होंगे?
Feel like say curious about new things, uh, ready for a change if the change looks promising, passionate about what I'm working on. These would be three things I can think of that would define me for sure.
रियली वंडरफुल. आपने जैसे बोला कि लॉ किए हुए हैं. Being a person who is practicing law to generative AI, the latest trend, the buzzword, how was the journey?
I think I think it was a gradual transition. I think the journey, uh, let's say, I would say it took over 10 years. So, like right from my college days to the whole period I was working with different organizations, my experiences with that business and that gradual, uh, conviction setting in where I realized there needs to be a change in the way we transact in this line of work. And to add to that, the technology slowly progressing, new technology being introduced, different types of software being used in various industries around us. All these things culminated, and I think it was a journey over 10 years, which finally pushed me into taking this I would say bold step where I needed to put up a lot of courage to actually leave a comfortable job and come and start taking this risk and start this company. But yes, I would say it was a very gradual journey over a period of 10 years. Yes.
अगर आज के टाइम में मैं यूथ को देखता हूँ तो ऐसे हैं कि अगर उनको एआई कुछ पूछा जाता है तो कुछ चुनिंदे नाम आते हैं जैसे चैट जीपीटी, कोपायलट, जेमिनी और कुछ ऐसे नाम आते हैं. इमेज के लिए वो एडोबे के कुछ नाम ले लेते हैं. तो उन सब एआई से आपकी एआई कैसे डिफरेंट है?
So Good question. This is on. So I'll explain. There's a technical distinction. जैसे ये चैट जीपीटी है, जेमिनाई है या लामा है, दीज आर ऑल लैंग्वेज मॉडल्स जो एलएलएम सब कहते हैं. तो हम जो बना रहे हैं ना, हम एक लैंग्वेज मॉडल नहीं बना रहे. हम इनमें से कई लैंग्वेज मॉडल्स या उनके कॉम्बिनेशंस के साथ काम करते हैं. हम जो बना रहे हैं दैट्स अ सॉल्यूशन which uses a language model only as one component which only takes care of one of the aspects of the whole, I would say, functionality or the whole function. Like what we do is right now we have a solution जो आपको where you can go and ask questions on law and it will give you an authentic, updated, verified response. Now what goes into this whole process is the question, understanding the question, finding the answer, checking if the answer is up to date, and then checking if there is a contrary answer available, and then verifying again, whether this is a gray area or this is a area that is completely settled in terms of law or legal position, and then finding the right answer and then creating that answer and then creating that answer in a human like manner so that you read it, what generative AI does. Okay, so it's only the part where you respond to the question, the final human like language or English language or Hindi language that comes out. That is the last step, and that is the step where tools or I would say language models like ChatGPT, Gemini, or LLM or Llama, they come into picture, or Mistral for that matter. Rest of the things are not done by the LLM. They are completely different things. There are unique IP and technology gigabytes in there. So that's how we are different on a technology scale. And moreover, these things like LLMs like ChatGPT, Gemini, these are very generic language models, and they understand English. That's it. Okay. Okay, and we just don't understand English. What we build, or the solution that we are building, like we say, we are actually training a language model for legal, tax, and regulatory. So it understands the legal, tax, and regulatory aspects, the nuances in that, which ChatGPT, a Gemini, or a Llama or Mistral will not do. That's not their purpose.
इन जनरल हम लोगों ने ये देखा हुआ है कि कोई भी आज के टाइम में एंटरप्रेन्योर बन रहे हैं, पहले तो ऐसा होता है कि घर के कोई होंगे जो इस लाइन में बिजनेस में या एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में होंगे, या फिर कोई ऐसे होंगे जो उनको प्रमोट कर रहे होंगे. सो हु इज इन योर लाइफ हु इज हेल्पिंग यू और प्रमोटिंग यू और इंस्पायरिंग यू टू बी एन एंटरप्रेन्योर?
I think inspiration to be an entrepreneur, I would say it's probably my grandfather who had built a very successful legal career on his own. Of course, he had the mental support and emotional support of the family while doing that. I think he is one of the key inspirations very early on in my life, who pushed me or drove, which whose existence or influence in my life kind of drove me. Not that he ever asked me to do it, but seeing him, knowing about him, drove me to do something where I'm proud of what I've done, or I have a contribution or some contribution that I feel is a real contribution to either the field or the subject matter or the life. That is something that drove me. But if you ask me about today my grandfather is no more, and who supports me or who promotes me, of course my family, my parents do, my wife does. I mean, they are extremely supportive, and entrepreneurship is a very tumultuous journey. It's not a very smooth graph. So
Of
you have
course,
very highs and very lows.
it's like a
And
tidal wave, side wave,
yes,
going up and
and
down.
definitely my family is supportive that ways. Of course, they are apprehensive, they're worried. He's I've left a job and not doing a job which gives me a ready salary. There are risks that I'm taking, but yes, they trust me. They believe in my potential, and that makes me want to outperform myself.
Wonderful. It's really inspiring. When it comes to in practicing lawyers, you have been into a family of lawyers, and now you have developed a product which is helping lawyers or law scholars. Do you have any future plan to diversify it
Into
into different perspectives other than law or taxation?
So at the moment, we are focused very much in legal, tax, and regulatory. Uh, we uh, there is a point in the timeline where we will obviously help with the practice management, perhaps one of the things that is possible in again to this sector. But that is our focus area, and right now we don't have any plans of diversifying into say customer care or medicine or something that sort of. But the potentials are there. That's an immense opportunity lies in these fields with AI and generative AI. But we would be focusing on our legal, tax, and regulatory domains, that industry for now.
Few days earlier, when we are doing some research about you, we have seen lots of feeds about you in Google. So, would you like to take some time and put some light on it? Feeds about your recent investments, feeds about your success.
Well, I think it would be very early to call it success. I think we put in some effort into building the first phase, first generation of our product, KonProz GPT, and which is available on the web as well as on WhatsApp through our AI avatar Shilpi, who's available on WhatsApp, where you can chat with Shilpi on these domains, just by saving Shilpi's number. And so by our efforts, we were lucky to secure a small investment of around 700,000 USD. Uh, and the idea is to build the next generation of product. We got really interesting feedback from a lot of industry players, a lot of partners from big law firms and big accounting firms, big fours, and a lot of companies as well, legal departments of the companies, and they wanted certain things in the product, and they wanted the product to serve certain purposes, certain features need to be there, certain degree of refinement is required in the responses or the deliverables we get out of it. So that's where we wanted to invest in building that thing where what we are working on right now. And I think it's the news of that funding that was, I think, covered by 15 to 16 odd publications and newspapers. I think that would be the one, or it would be our KonProz GPT summit that we had a couple of months back.
Congratulations for your investment that you have received in
Thank
past days. We would like to know about your organizations, how it functions, how many partners, or maybe you can say how many employees are there, how you are developing the product.
you. So we have uh, around 10 employees, including two founders, myself and my co-founder Piyush Chopra, who is a chartered accountant, and he has extensive experience of 16 plus years in mergers and acquisitions and wealth planning and succession planning. So we have a technology team of around 4 people, and we plan to expand that team. And we are in the process of building an in-house technology team right now. And we all function on a hybrid mode. We have a corporate office at Gurgaon, Sector 32, and where my co-founder works out of that office. And we have a few members who are based out of Delhi from the technology team, and as well as the experts team, the marketing team. They work from there, and there are other people who work, from Bombay, from Himachal Pradesh, from Alwar. So that's how we work.
ओके, अगर कोई यूथ है जो इस लाइन में काम कर रहा है एज ए लीगल प्रोफेशनल और एआई एक्सपर्ट और वो आपसे जुड़ना चाहता है तो कैसे जुड़ सकता है?
वो अगर उनको इंटरेस्ट है तो दे कैन connect with me on LinkedIn. My email ID is definitely available on our website, and they can connect with me. Let me know how they would want to associate and what they would expect us to give them, or they would expect to learn in terms of experience with us. And I am always open to new ideas, new perspectives, and happy to collaborate or engage with somebody who's brings in substantial collaboration or contribution to what we are doing.
तो ये तो हो गई कुछ पुरानी बातें जो आप लोगों ने आपने अचीव किया है आपके को फाउंडर्स के साथ। अगर मैं आज से 3 साल बाद के सिचुएशंस पूछूं कि एआई और लीगल्स और टैक्सेशंस इनका कोलैबोरेशन कैसा होगा, आप कैसे देखते हैं इसको?
3 साल बाद मुझे लगता है कि लेट्स पुट इट दिस वे कि जैसे आज के टाइम में आप एक प्रोफेशनल को कंप्यूटर के बिना या इंटरनेट के बिना काम करते हुए यू कैनॉट परसीव इट. You need it. That's a basic requirement.
Right.
That's what I feel. In 3 years, everybody who is in this line of work will be using AI or in some form or the other in their workflows. And future lawyers and professionals would be expected to know how to operate AI powered solutions or programs or SaaS products like KonProz GPT, just like they are expected to know how to use Microsoft Word or Excel in case of accountants and PPT, PowerPoint presentations, or internet for that matter. So that's how it will be.
अब जब कंप्यूटर्स की बात आती है, इंटरनेट तक की बात आती है, टेक्नोलॉजी की बात आती है, तो सिक्योरिटी एक बहुत बड़ा कंसर्न रहता है। आप अपने एआई में सिक्योरिटी को कैसे मैनेज करते हैं?
तो हम सिक्योर डेटाबेस यूज करते हैं. हमारा जो प्रोडक्ट अभी मार्केट में है दैट यूजेस माइक्रोसॉफ्ट एज़्योर. वी डू यूज AWS on certain variants of the product. एंड देयर आर अदर सिक्योरिटी मेजर्स दैट वी डेफिनेटली इंश्योर. प्लस हमारा जो प्रोडक्ट है वो एक B2B SaaS प्रोडक्ट है. तो इफ़ वी आर गोइंग टू डिलीवर इट टू अ क्लाइंट, देन हमारे क्लाइंट के कुछ रिक्वायरमेंट्स हो सकते हैं कि मुझे ये वाली सर्टिफिकेशन चाहिए या ये डिग्री का प्रोटेक्शन चाहिए, ये सब चाहिए. तो वो वाले कस्टमाइजेशन को हम कंसिडर करके वी इंश्योर दैट वट एवर सिक्योरिटी वी यूज और प्रोवाइड हैज दोज थिंग्स. That's something you cannot do without, and that's a bedrock of the KonProz mission basically.
करेक्ट। सो इंडिया में अभी तो पूरा एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप की लहर चल रही है। अगर कोई नया एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप की जर्नी में आना चाहता है, तो आप उसको क्या एडवाइस देंगे?
आई थिंक उसको तो सिंगल एडवाइस ही मतलब मैं दूंगा कि मतलब इट्स अ लॉन्ग जर्नी एंड यू डेफिनेटली शुड थिंक इट थ्रू बिफोर यू टेक अ डिसीजन टू गेट इनटू एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. इट्स एंड बिफोर इवन थिंकिंग ऑन ऑफ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, आपको वो सेक्टर के बारे में थोड़ा रिसर्च करना चाहिए, समझना चाहिए आप क्या करना चाहते हो, किसके लिए करना चाहते हो, और क्या क्या चीज़ें इम्पैक्ट करती है, दिक्कतें क्या हैं वहाँ पे, और बेनिफिट्स भी क्या हैं वहाँ पे, कोई स्कीम है क्या जो आप डायरेक्टली अवेल कर सकते हैं. बेसिकली थिंक इट थ्रू ऑन अ वेल राउंडेड वे एंड देन यू गेट इनटू द entrepreneurship in a structured manner. Start slow, step by step. And because entrepreneurship is not a 100-meter sprint. It's like a rally race. It's like a cross country rally. So you will have to go up and you will get tired, and then you will pick yourself up and you'll move again. So you need to know what the road or the terrain is going to be like, because despite the fact that you understand it, know it very well, there will be surprises. So you better know what to get there, before getting absolutely unwanted surprises. And of course, the biggest thing is you need to be patient. So practice patience and then get into it. To be very honest, I would like to believe that my patience has increased since I started on this journey.
That's really nice. Uh, any last comment you want to give?
I think this is good enough.
Okay. It's pleasure talking to you. I really hope to talk to you in future episodes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Likewise.
So friends, this was Mr. Shiladitya, founder of KonProz. We'll be coming up with more such videos. If you like our videos, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to My Startup Yatra. See you in future videos.